Hello, friends. Welcome back to Naturally Mermaid. I am Ariel and it is Vlogmas. So, I wanted to do a video giving like a tour of the community garden. Um, so here we are. I'm the only person here. It's Saturday. We just got done doing like a little cleanup. We were kind of prepping for the winter, so we cut back some bell peppers or like peppers in general, and we cut back our asparagus, which are right there. So, yeah, just kind of getting things ready for the winter. So, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick little tour so that you can see what this community garden is like. So, walk with me, but actually just pan with me. So, back here is the section where people have their raised beds. We have a nice little walkway, and then over here we've got more raised beds. I think that there are about um, 30 something raised beds here available. I don't think they're all full right now, but for the ones that aren't leased, sometimes we'll grow stuff in there. So I have two beds that I lease that are, well, I don't pay for it. I'm a volunteer, so I don't have to pay for it, but I have my two beds, and then I kind of have some stuff growing in another bed that isn't leased right now. So that's that. But yeah, I mean, sometimes people actually, I'll show you one of the beds here. This is a really nice bed that someone's growing. Um, when she first planted the things, it looked really cute because she had it all organized, like with the rocks and stuff. But, now that it started growing more, you can't really see it as much, but she's growing some stuff there. We've got other people. I don't know, winter's kind of weird for growing. Like, obviously, people you can grow things in the winter, but for me at least, it's not as fun. And it kind of seems like other people feel the same way. People will also decorate their bed so you can see that someone has like a scarecrow and like little butterfly things. Um, a lot of people don't like to weed in the winter, including myself. So this is a bed full of weeds, but it looks like they've got some other things growing here. Throughout the garden, we have different hoses and stuff set up. I think there are one, two, three hoses that people can use to water their beds. So right now the water's turned off since it's winter. We don't want things to freeze, so it really hasn't been raining much here. Although next week it's supposed to rain a lot. So, I think that winter things don't need as much water as summer things do, just because, it's not as hot. The sun isn't as beaming down on your stuff. So we turn the water off once the freeze is coming. So we'll probably turn it back on maybe in early March. So this is a cute little nook we have back here. I call it a nook because it's kind of like in the back corner here. But as you can see, we've got some artwork over here. There's a retired art teacher who is a board member and a volunteer here. So she'll like paint things every now and then. And she painted some of the volunteers, or like, some of the main people who were here. Unfortunately, I didn't make the cut, although she did say that she was gonna make me into a gnome, but it hasn't happened yet, so I'm still waiting. We also have various things to help our pollinators. So we've got this little bird house. I mean, birds aren't the best pollinators, but they're here, so we want to give them food to eat so that they don't eat our plants. And then we've got this trash can where we can put weeds and stuff. This is actually full right now. It should be dumped, but I'm not going to do it. But I will move it. And then over here are my two beds. I've got this one. I've got some greens growing. I say greens, but like cabbage, broccoli, collards. I've got my bell peppers here that I'm going to pull up in a moment. And then over here, I've just got flowers. So that's that. This cabbage actually looks pretty good. My dead bell peppers. Let me go ahead and pull up these bell peppers. I already took all the peppers off um, last week, and then I just never like took it down. So this is my cage to help them grow upright. So I will put that back. Oh, you hear the train coming. So I don't even know if my head's cut off here. Now let's go put these cages back because these are not mine. We have a bunch of cages here that people can use for their gardens. I've actually taken a couple to my in-laws' house because I have, stuff growing there. So I took some home. They don't miss them. So I will show you that area right now. So yeah, as you can see, we've got all these cages back here. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's like a crap ton here. And then there's even more back there behind the shed. Gosh, there. So now you guys have seen the back part for the raised beds, and then the front part here is our donation area. So everything that's grown up here, we donate. Um, this year wasn't that great because the bees, our bees that we have here, got kind of demolished in the tornado that happened in March. So we didn't really have any bees, so we didn't have as many pollinators. So our production wasn't that great. Like cucumbers barely did anything. I think tomatoes were okay, but yeah, it was definitely a big difference. Squash wasn't that great either. Anyway, so we're trying to get some new bees in for the spring. Hopefully that works out so that, we can do better next year. But yeah, so everything that we grow back here is for donations. We just cut back all of our peppers. That was probably the biggest thing that we donated this year was the peppers. So and then we've got like some turnips and like random greens growing and some cabbage, but really not enough to donate. So we donate to the Salvation Army and Meals on Wheels. So yeah, that's where all that goes. And behind me is our tool shed. So we keep all our tools in there. We've got a couple of wheelbarrows, tons of shovels and tools I don't know the name for. Um, and oh, can you see the side? Yeah, the side here that was painted, I think, when the garden was first established in 2011. So the garden's been here for a whole 10 years. Wow, I've only been here for about two. But yeah, so we keep all our stuff in there. We've got some nice little benches for seating. Sometimes we'll have our board meetings here because I'm a board member. And yeah, just a cool place to chill and relax. And then over here on this side, we've got trash cans. This is our old greenhouse. So in the tornado, the greenhouse, okay, let me show you. The greenhouse used to be next to that, like that little shed right there. That shed is new because we lost the other shed that was there in the tornado. But next to it was where this greenhouse was. But after the tornado, the greenhouse was right there. Like the tornado literally picked it up and put it in the middle of the garden. So it was demolished. But now we have refurbished it, and like this was just what is the word? It was like just a frame, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we had a volunteer come and he like pretty much put all the siding and stuff on this, and they put the like little plexiglass on it. So that's going to be our secondary greenhouse, but we also had a donated brand new greenhouse that still needs to be built. So we're super excited about this. They literally just put the door on this morning. Um, so yeah, this is exciting. What else do I want to show you? Oh yeah. I talk about composting a lot. So let me show you our little compost area. So, like I mentioned, we do have a resident artist. So she'll paint, I don't know if she painted these. I think she painted some of these. So she'll paint, different things for the garden. But, so this is our compost area. So this is where the finished compost goes. But whenever I talk about me dropping off my food scraps at the garden, this is where I do it. I drop it off in there. So we used to get donations from, I don't know if donations is the word, but we used to get donations from like some local restaurants around here who would give us their food scraps. But once the panoramic happened, that stopped. So I'm probably one of three people who bring food scraps here, and it's just not that much to really be able to make a lot of compost. So unfortunately, we are, like our compost soil just is lacking. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully eventually we can kind of get back into doing, picking up those donations like we used to. And so we can start getting more compost because black gold is what they call compost. Anyway, I think that that is about it for this video. Um, Thanks for coming with me to look at my favorite community garden. Yeah, it's been great being here. So let me know in the comments below, is there a community garden in your area? Would you like to have a raised bed or whatever, garden in a community garden? If so, I would highly suggest that you do it. It's a great way to meet people who have similar interests and to, learn something new. So, thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!